Yes, there is commentary, Mighty Mouse. I was just playing a little bit of music. I'm the DJ in town as well, so during the warm-up, even if I do a big mixing over there, during every single squad, I produced 10 minutes mix with about 120 songs for 10 minutes. That was a crazy mix over there. But now on the finals, excuse me, I've been doing the DJ sets live during the breaks while Christian Jonas was oiling, and also putting some little bit of disco music to pump up the audience and pump up the hearts of the bowlers. Actually, you could have seen Ethan Fury and Nate Purchase were dancing and moving their hips to the music. They came to the DJ booth, have some fun. Even AJ Johnson himself spent some time over there. So, is Josh there, Jay? Hey, good to hear your voice again. Thank you so much, buddy. I'm back on track. Finally, a little bit less bowlers on the lanes. Let's see if for once, and just for once, I don't make so many mistakes and I follow everybody on the right path. We are down to 8 bowlers. Same format as we had on top 16. Total score for 3 games. So all you have to do is do 1 pin more than the opponent you have on your own pair, and you don't need to care at all about the other one. So 4 bowlers will go into the semi-finals. It's going to be fun to see. Not a lot of strike going on, probably a little bit of pressure, probably a little bit of too much reoiling that could be causing a slight difference also on the way the lanes are behaving. But I have a pro down here. He's super busy, but I'm going to make him a quick question. Martin, do you believe so much reoiling it could make a slight difference on the way the lanes are behaving at the moment?
You know what? I think every re-oil, they never get exactly the same. The machines, I no doubt the machines does the same thing, but there was always something that with the humidity
Many factors, right?
yeah, that is it's just the way it is. I mean, I've been bowling for so many years, and in tournaments they put the same pattern on over and over again. There is things that will make them different, but that's just the case, and in this case, let's get more and more people in the bowl,
In
but
the bowling
also
alley, yes. Also, yes.
those guys will have different tactics when depending on who they bowl.
I agree with that.
Some matches might be the way that they really want to make them easy and score a lot, and sometimes you really want to make them tricky and think you will be better than the other guy if they get messy.
Keep his scores low,
Yeah.
on the other hand.
But in general, the general talk is the more you redress, the tighter the lanes get. That's the general.
And that's the good thing when you see one of these professional guys, in this case Martin Larsen, walking by. Thank you, Martin, for your explanation. We love you, buddy. And back on track, let's see. Lanes 13 and 14. We have Nate Purchase, 9 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare, facing Alec Keplinger, 7 spare, strike, 8 spare. So Alec is 2 pins ahead, but as we said, it's total scoring for 3 games. Lanes 11 and 12, we find the Swedish guy. Joachim Karlsson is facing Andrew Anderson. A couple of open frames for Joachim at start, and clean game so far for Andrew Anderson. So Andrew is 19 pins ahead at the moment. Looking down at 17 and 18, we find Ethan Fury trying to beat the Finnish guy, Juho Rissanen. Juho started with a spare and a double. Ethan started with an open frame, spare, and just stroke on the 4th. And Sean Rush is on lane 19 and 20, bowling Raymond T. Sean's got strike, spare, strike. Raymond start with a strike, and then he had a split, so 8 and 1 for him, and 9 spare. Obviously, we are getting into those stages in the event where pressure starts to be also a factor. You need to stay very clear on your mind. We have been explaining it's a very demanding pattern. It doesn't really allow you to do a lot of mistakes. It doesn't really let you miss outside because the ball doesn't come back. It doesn't really let you miss in because the ball won't hold. And it's quite demanding. On the top of it, there's the pressure of getting closer to the step ladder and to the TV show. On this case, wow, wonderful spare for Nate Purchase on lane 14. He took the 3, 6, 10, 7. For those of you watching, we have 3 cameras at the moment you can find, 11 and 12, then another camera on 13 and 14, and finally another camera with 2 matches on, which is 17, 18, and 19 and 20. If you guys have any question, just pop up over there, text me down. Yes, actually, you're right. It's 3 games, total points. Thank you, Tom Lindgren over there. Solid 10 on lane 13 for Nate Purchase. Andrew Anderson looking very solid. Spare triple. Andrew is taking 29 pin lead on the moment, and also he has got a double. Joakim is working on a spare, so it could be a little bit more than that. Let's see what Joakim can do on lane 12. Beautiful shot now there, perfect strike. Even if Andrew is leading by some points, we have seen before what Joakim can do when he starts striking. He can produce a lot of energy down the pins, and when he finds his spot on the lane, he's pretty much unstoppable. Now all the way to 19 and 20, we find Raymond Tees working for a double. No, that was deep in the head pin, and now he gets the 6 pin down, so that's going to be even a little bit tougher spare for him. He leaves the 3, 10, 4, 7. We're going to have to see, probably the scoring pace is going to increase a little bit on game 2 after everybody settles down on the lanes and they start to do the small alignment, final adjustments to be sure they're on the right spot. Good strike on lane 14 for Alec. That was a double. No strikes yet for Nate Purchase. So I'm going to say it again just in case. Lanes 11 and 12, we find the match between Joakim Karlsson from Sweden and Andrew Anderson. On 13 and 14, American duel over there. Nate Purchase against Alec Keplinger. 17 and 18, Ethan Fury, he just made a double against Juho Rissanen from Finland. And finally, Raymond Tees from England against Sean Rash, United States. Couple of open frames for Raymond Tees. 74 on the 5th frame. So at the moment, Sean Rash is leading on his match. Juho Rissanen is leading by a little on Ethan Fury. Alec just made the triple, so Alec is on the lead against Nate Purchase. And Andrew Anderson is leading on Joakim Karlsson. Long way to go. It's a best of 3 total pinfall. So it's a long way to go. And a lot of things can happen. We have a comment over here from Pierre Lemieux. I hope I said that as close as I could. Lemieux, so Lemieux, I believe. He says it takes 3 TB to see it all, or 95 TV screens as I have in front of me right now. Spare for Nate Purchase, strike for Sean Rash. Let's see what Andrew can do on lane 11. It takes 2. 287. Oh, Fury just took the 287. Was it backup? 287, but was it backup? Yeah, backup, right? No Ryan Barnes, Chuck. No, he just lost his match. He bowled unbelievable, though. He made an amazing performance during the whole week. Great job by him. Also, he spent some time here with us in the booth during some of the streamings. If you guys missed that one, I would recommend to go later on and see it. We had a lot of fun with Ryan. We spent a lot of time here in the booth. He was supposed to be for 1 or 2 games. He ended up being here for over 4 games. During that streaming, we had Walter Ray also on the chat, so it was quite cool. Yeah, no strikes for Nate. 9 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare, 6 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare, and it's probably going to be another 9 spare now. He's bowling against Alec, who's got 7 spare, strike, 8 spare, and a triple. There's go Nate for the spare on 13, and he takes it. So it's a few pins behind, but long way to go. back on the more to the left match, which is lanes 11 and 12. Joachim Karlsson, 3 open frames for him, 50 pins down to Andrew Anderson. Beautiful strike now for Joachim. Remember what we had on the previous playoff on top 16? There were some people with 80 pin leads after one game, but everything was so close at the very end. So it can go up and down very fast. The lanes are pretty demanding. Transition is happening super fast. So what now looks white at the end can become black. So let's keep an eye on every single body. 4 bagger for Alec Keplinger. This guy is getting stronger by every stage. Is getting better and better, looking stronger. Another open frame for Raymond Tees on 19 and 20. 19 and 20 has been pretty tricky during the whole week. Every single squad, not very easy. You need to find your spot over there. And strike for Ethan Fury on 17 and 18. Let me tell you guys, all of you who are watching online, if you have the chance to ever see Ethan Fury bowl live, go do it. If he looks good on TV, he looks even better when you see him live. This kid can really bowl. Heat Jack is asking how many will go into the finals. Well, it's 8 bowlers. They are facing one to another at the best total pinfall of 3 games. So that means 4 bowlers will advance into the semi-finals. Yes, Robin, it's 3 games total. 9 spare for Alec. No strikes yet for Nate Purchase, but consistent performance. 9 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare, 6 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare. So he's just about to find his carry and put some pressure back into his partner over there, Alec, also from United States. There goes Purchase on lane 14. Ooh, 7-10. Messenger takes down the 10, so he leaves the 7. Another 9 pin count for Nate over there. Joachim Karlsson on lane 12. That could have been a disaster for him, but some pins fell down. 10 pin for Joachim. It was another open frame from Andrew Anderson. So you can see, guys, what I was meaning. Andrew started with a spare and a 4 bagger, but now he's on the pace for a square 200. Looking around, we see Ethan Fury making his way back. Ethan's got a double. It's just 5 pins behind Juho from Finland. But since Ethan has a strike, he has a chance to take a 5-pin lead if he keeps on striking. We see people from Romania, hello over there. Now it's actually a lot of people in the chat. You will apologize. I will apologize, and you will forgive me if I cannot answer and reply to every single one of you. It's a lot of things going on. It's way too many to answer to all of you. But I'm glad that you are all here. I'm glad that you are online. And I would kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel and like our videos. That's going to help the algorithm in YouTube to treat as well, so we can keep on giving you as much bowling as possible for free. This one is 100% for free, and this channel, we want to keep it that way. It's going to be a lot of PBA regional Sweden going on during the season. The Swedish National League, which you may not know, but many of the PBA pros are coming to bowl. Andrew Anderson is coming to bowl in the team in Helsingborg. He's almost like bowling in his own bowling alley down here in Helsingborg. Okay, double for Raymond Tees, putting some pressure back into Sean Rush. Alec was leading good, but now he's got a split. It's a lot of splits going on. Let's look at Ethan Fury on lane 18. He didn't like it. He missed outside, and it's a 5. Wash out for Ethan Fury on frame 9. Definitely is not high scoring for anybody at the moment. Everybody's struggling a lot. Sean Reich made a double on lane 20. So far, the highest score on the lanes, I believe, is for Yuho and Ethan Fury. Ethan made a very good attempt on the spare, but he couldn't take it down, so 5-4 for Ethan Fury. Dropping down. At the moment, we can have the highest game could be for, let's see, Andrew could go all the way to 210. Sean Reich could go all the way to 218. Let's see what Sean does on 10th frame. Beautiful strike for Sean Reich on frame number 10. Alec Keplinger could go all the way up to 222 on lane 14. There goes Ethan Fury on 17. Nice shot for Ethan. Good strike, solid. And I'm just gonna make everybody on the chat very happy. We have one of the biggest names at the PBA Tour, one of the most amazing bowlers there is. Great personality, amazing. Mr. Kyle Trapp himself. Welcome, buddy.
How you doing, bud?
I'm great. I'm super excited to see what goes on the lanes. It has been a terrible week. A lot of bowling, a lot of people struggling. Very difficult pattern. A lot of transitions happening and going on. So much reoiling today. It's making the lanes a little bit tougher as well. And super excited to have you here, buddy.
Yeah, glad to be in here. Wish we were out on the lanes, but we just walked in a few minutes ago, and yeah, I see the scores are quite low. So I'm guessing those extra reoils and right back in there. I didn't quite expect to see this low of scores.
No, I was hoping actually it was gonna go a little bit higher, but it looks like people is trying to find the spot. It's a lot of splits going on around as the lanes seem to be very sensitive one more time, and it feels like transition kicked out even sooner.
I was gonna say the good thing though, with the scores being lower, is there's potential for comebacks in the matches. I feel like when the scores are just super high on both ends, then 250 really doesn't make up as much ground, but looking at these scores, if one of the guys pops off 250, then they're going to be right back in the match.
And we have been seeing during the week, but especially today on those stages, we've seen people having a 60, 70 pin lead and then dropping down not only on the next game and on the following 6, 7 frames. Nate Porches finally got his first strike on the game. Strike on lane 14. He's gonna try to double for 178. That's gonna leave him 33 behind of his partner on the lane, Alec Keplinger. Joachim Karlsson also is a little bit behind Andrew Anderson. Andrew managed to do 210, even if he had a 4-bagger over there. He's got a couple of open frames, couple of splits. Then looking down on 17 and 18, we have Ethan Fury with 3 opens. We managed to spare the 2-8-10, but 195 for him. The Finnish guy is looking quite solid. He's going to go for a 200 game, so Ethan is going to be 10 pins down. And Sean Reich, somehow, he always managed to do well on 19 and 20, which is a quite tricky pair, isn't it?
I kind of like 19 and 20. I feel like 1 and 2 is a little more tricky than 19 and 20, but good to see Rash still here in the finals.
Raymond T is also at 3 splits on this game, but he never gives up. He keeps going. Is he gonna get one more? Let's see. He can go all the way up to 192, so he's gonna be dropping 24. It's still 2 games to go, so everything can happen.
I did notice Joachim, I see he bowled 157 the first game, but I did see he's got the red ball in his hand now. I believe that's an IQ Ruby. He's done a lot of striking with that ball, and his first shot was a stone 9 with the messenger in front of it. So maybe looking for a little comeback here, game 2 from Joachim against Andrew.
I believe that too. Joachim is an extraordinary bowler. He's actually the point leader and the winner for the PBA regional in Sweden. So he's going to go and compete in the United States. And he's also a great guy. He's son of one of the best bowlers ever in Europe, Åsa Larsen. She was unbelievable. She was one of those bowlers that could score a lot more than any of the guys back in the late 80s. And yeah, she was, when I was a little kid, she bowled a couple of times in Barcelona, and I remember standing behind her because she was striking a lot more than any of the other men over there. So it's got the DNA a little bit like you. It's running on the DNA. It comes from the family. Just going a step further.
Yeah, I do remember him bowling a few times at the World Series whenever I was kind of getting out on tour. Oh, well,
That was a nice one, Brooklyn.
we'll take that. I mean, he's even on the break. Stone 9 to start, catch the Brooklyn, so right where he's supposed to be. Nate Purchase threw 3 in the 10th to finish and started with the next one, so he may have found a little something there.
And the fact that Alec started with an open frame may also give him that little bit of extra push and motivation to fight back. Now we see Sean was looking pretty solid on that first game. Oh, starting with a 7-10. But we seen that on Sean on the previous match as well. He started with like a very high game, and then game 2 he dropped down nearly 90 pins from one game to the other. Oh, there's another pizza delivery for Joachim Karlsson.
That's what they call it over here, pizza delivery?
Only for him, that's what I call it, because he sends the, it's like a pizza flying over there, cutting the 10 pin on the half. Now I'm talking about pizza. I've been throwing some jokes from time to time. I went to a pizzeria once and they said, you want it in 4 slices or 8 slices? I said, I'll make it 4, I'm not that hungry. Yeah, welcome to the show. Hello from Cyprus. We have people from over 70 countries at the moment. It's so many people in the chat. It's unbelievable. We thank you guys for being part of this, being part of the show. You see people saying hello, Kyle from Romania. And
wow, that
it's
is
crazy. I can't keep up with so many texts. But we are so happy to have you with us, guys. Remember to like our videos. Remember to subscribe to our channel. It's going to be a lot of PBA action on this YouTube channel. It's going to be 100% free. Now back to the action. Andrew Anderson, a little bit deep in the head pin, so he leaves the 3-6 on lane 11, but he's doing fine. He started with a triple. Oh, that was pretty far left for Alec over there.
The lanes definitely got tougher today. I know my back wasn't feeling too well, so I couldn't really execute a proper shot, but they definitely felt like they were glue in the middle of the lane. But there were, a lot more rev rate, all bowling at the same time. A lot of people are starting left to 20, so, I mean, at the end of the day, there's not much room. You can't really go anywhere else but further left, and when you stack up this much power and rev rate across the house, they get pretty gross. Would it take 41 over to make the match play? Like, I would have expected much higher than that. Figuring people have kind of figured out the pattern as the weeks went on, but yeah, I mean that's.
Well, you tell me. When I was doing the first streaming on the week, people was asking me, "What do you think the cut's gonna be?" I said 150 over. So I was.
I heard you saying that. We watched some of the stream throughout the week at the house.
Way too optimistic, and I had to lower my expectations. Not because the people wasn't talented, but just how demanding the pattern was getting day after day after day. Now this kid really can bowl, right? Ethan Fury. It's the first time I get to see him live, and I was mesmerized the first time I saw him bowling against EJ. But when I got to see him live, he really does it so smooth. He's posting every single shot.
I think that's one of his best attributes. Is he hardly ever falls off a shot. The other thing is when he gets this far left, that's when he gets even better. I know he did just win 2 of the super regionals in the last month. Obviously, he won the major this year. Had a breakout season on tour. I've known him for probably 4 or 5 years. Back whenever I lived in North Carolina and bowled a lot of the PBA South regionals. I met him when he was 15 probably and started bowling. And I was like, yeah, this kid's going to be pretty good. And then he figured it out quite fast too. Oh, Nate asking for some help. Gets the help.
Okay, let's have a look at the score. Joachim Karlsson takes a spare on that split, but he's about 45 behind Andrew Anderson. If we look at 13 and 14, we find Alec Keplinger with a lead of approximately 25. We look at Ethan Fury against Juho. Looks like at the moment Ethan is 1 pin in front of Juho. And finally, when we look at 19 and 20, Sean Rush has a 13-pin lead. He just made the double, so that's going to become 23 at the moment. But pretty tight, still a long way to go, long road. You need to stay sharp, stay awake, Make sure you don't give away any pins. Try not to miss the pocket. Definitely try not to miss any spare.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can't do this week with as challenging as the pattern was is miss spares. And definitely seen a few people that kind of gave some pins back.
They gave so many pins away, especially the youngest ones. I don't know if in the United States it's the same thing. Over here in Europe, you can see all these young, super talented two bowlers, but they always, not all of them, but the vast majority, they keep sparing with backup. And when you bowl on a very easy pattern, you can do that very easily. But when you're bowling in such a difficult pattern, I don't understand why don't they just go straight for the pin? It's a lot easier. They're giving up so many single pins.
I did notice a lot of backup balls over here on spares, and yeah, it's like that in the States as well. And obviously with a two-handed game, one-handed you're not really going to see the backup ball very much, shooting spares. But yeah, I feel like it's just the kids, the younger kids, two-handed bowling. So they when they start bowling, they want to hook it. These young kids, they want to hook it. They want to see it hook. So then they don't really learn to throw it straight at spares. Because then, oh, well, Simonson's won a title backup. Simonson's bowled on TV backup. So
Yeah.
then, all right, I'll just go with backup. And like you said, it's easy. It's fairly easy to execute that on house shots or, just easier patterns. But yeah, I mean, you get on something tough. That's why I always told kids, whenever I was growing up, my dad always made me shoot spares with plastic
Yeah.
at the left side too. And I started bowling regionals and quickly realizing, I can't be hooking at my left side spares, and kind of switched to plastic straight at them. It kind of eliminates the pattern, whether it's tough or easy.
And I believe that's one of the tips we can give to the young ones listening and watching. I mean, when you really pay attention to those guys like yourself in the tour, and I mean yourself, Jason, Jasper, they bowl straight on the spare. They grab a plastic ball and they go directly. They don't start doing hooking in here, hooking there. It's different if you have a group. Okay, maybe the 2 and 8 you want to hook it and make sure you get it. But for single pins, why complicate yourself, right? Okay, back on track. Let's see what's going on. We have a little bit of action, a little bit of movement. Juho is putting some pressure onto Ethan Fury. Juho's got a strike spare and a double. Ethan Fury's got 8-0 with a split, so Ethan has 93 on the fifth frame.
Looked a little surprised too in that fifth frame. It looked like he liked it off his hand pretty well, and kind of like a pocket 4-6, kind of high flush 4-6. So Ethan went light. He left the double wood and then the 4-6 on a shot that he really liked, and Juho threw another good one. So yeah, I think.
Yeah, these guys up here in Scandinavia, I mean, you've met them quite a few times. Some of them you may not really know, of especially talking to the people watching online, like, who's this guy? I've never heard about him, but there's a bunch of good bowlers up in Sweden and in Finland. They can really bowl, they can really strike, they can perform, and they are very hard to beat.
I see we have a lot of Americans left, though. I did notice that.
It was 5.
Yep, 5-3. Not too bad. Nice to see Ray Teese. I know he switched to two-handed there for a while, I believe, a couple years ago. I don't know when he switched back, but I always thought he was pretty good one-handed, so I was a little confused by his switch. But good to see he's in the final 8, one-handed. Injury, super sharp.
He's been bowling really good. He's been fighting a lot to carry on every single stage. Nice shot for Sean Rice on lane 19. Richard Teese just had an open frame. So it's going to put Sean back on the lead. Juho didn't strike now on 17. It's left to 3-6. Seems like we had a small issue over there. But now I think I'm gonna have a look at see how everything is going. We have Andrew Anderson with a triple. 8 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare, and a double. So Andrew is looking comfortable there. Joachim is bowling much better than he did on game 1, but he's having a lot of issues on lane 12. Even when he got the strike on that one was a Brooklyn, he doesn't seem to be able to make the ball stay on the right side of the head pin on that lane 12. and he needs to find a way to do that as soon as possible. I mean, Andrew is not gonna give up soon.
Yeah, Jesper and I were talking a little bit earlier in the week, and we said it was going to be Andrew versus Ethan for the title match, which probably the two sharpest guys on tour minus EJ Tackett throughout the year. I know Andrew put a ton of work in the off season. Obviously, if EJ didn't exist, I believe Andrew probably wins Player of the Year on tour. And then Ethan having a breakout season. He's bowling a ton. Like I said, winning those two super regionals. And I think he went back to the ball he was using on that left lane. I believe the previous shot he was using something different.
Yes, it was. This one seems to be reading a little bit early. Was a bit of a weak 10.
Yeah, I believe the Sub-Zero Forge. I believe that's a fairly strong motive ball.
Obviously, they have polished that ball, so it doesn't start reading as soon as it usually does out of the box. Talking about Andrew, such a successful season for him after he changed to our company. Started bowling for Storm, or actually for Global, but he can use any ball in the brand, and he looks like he made the match with our stuff.
Yeah, that's impressive too, because it's very tough, to make a brand switch, because obviously all the companies make great equipment, and I feel like each of the companies have a little bit different tendencies on how the equipment rolls.
I agree.
And he made that switch, towards the end of last year, so he didn't have a whole lot of time to kind of learn the equipment, and I think he was having to do that through the first few weeks on tour, and to be able to figure it out that quickly, find a good progression of balls, it just adds to the impressive year that he's had.
He's definitely super, super talented. I mean, he's also quite an elegant bowler. It doesn't seem to do too much with the body, even with the elbow or the wrist, but he manages to produce a fair amount of reps. He's really versatile. We can see him bowling a little bit smoother, sometimes a little bit stronger. He's really, really strong. He's doing a very, very great performance today. He just put a strike on the 10, a potential 256 game. And it's gonna give Joachim quite a hard time if Joachim wants to fight back on this one.
Yeah, Andrew's hand is just so soft. He's hooking it as much as the power players are hooking it. He can obviously play as straight as he wants, and I think it's all just because of how soft his hand is at the bottom. Even when he goes to hit it, it just gets through the front so much easier than a lot of other players. And that was a commanding finish there for Andrew. Going to put him up, I don't know, close to 100 pins, 90 pins.
Looks that way. If he strikes one more, he's going to be on 466. If Joachim does not triple, that would be 357. So that would be 109 pins lead for Andrew Anderson, and he's looking really steady over there. So we shouldn't expect him to drop down a lot, even if he finds a little bit of sudden transition on that pair.
Yeah, I got a feeling that might be a little, a 100-pin hole is tough to make up against any bowler, but against Andrew right now, I'm not so sure. But down here on 17 and 18, looks like Juho gave an opening to Ethan, and not a great shot for Ethan. He's kind of like that lane a little bit more in the left lane.
Now, nearly another strike for Alec on lane 14. He's got a couple of open frames, but now it's with the triple. This game is a little bit more tight than it was before, so that means Nate has a little bit of a comeback, and he has a strike, so he's going to look to put one more in frame number 9, try to put some pressure back into Alec, and it looks like that match is going to be quite tight until the very end. Reacher is going to bowl on lane 20, looking for another strike.
Ray, actually.
Oh, again.
Yeah.
I've been calling him Reacher for quite some time, and I know him. I mean, actually, I have a lot better relation with Ray than with Richard. So actually, later on, he's gonna kick my
Nice shot from Raymond.
Raymond.
There we go. We got to call him Raymond.
Raymond.
That way we don't get them mixed up. Now that looks like a better shot from Ethan. And another flat 10.
Looks like that ball's reading a little bit too early for him. It's not keeping enough energy for the end. It's not really getting down into the pins. It's deflecting a little bit.
But
But
down 15 plus down another 10 from the previous game. So Ethan in a little bit of a hole.
let's go Raymond.
Gets lucky, gets the 10 out of there. Just leaving the 4-7.
And that is another thing you can see on Ethan, how smooth he is on sparing, how easy it is for him to let the ball go straight. And that's exactly what the young kids should learn to do, spare it that way.
Joachim with a nice turkey in the 10th there. 2-10. He is down 99 pins against Andrew Anderson. So going to need a big start early for him and a rough start for Andrew.
Yeah, Brandon here says Andrew Anderson is my pick to win the whole thing today. He's shooting really well and think he's wanting it.
Do notice we will have a new champion again.
Again?
Yep. Even through last round, I noticed top 16, there was no previous champion that made the cut. That's always cool to see a new champion in an event, especially over here in Sweden.
Very different pattern from last year, definitely. It's
Pizza delivery.
pizza delivery on lane 13, that's true. Last year it was a lot of friction, it was a lot of everything, people bowling very close to the corner. Well, now we are bowling in the corner, but on the other corner. 5 pin for, again, lane 12. He's not
like that
managing
lane.
to get the ball on the right side of the head pin. Yeah. So let's see, Nate is making his comeback. Can Alex reply with a strike on the 10th? He's looking for the double. Let's see what he can do. Nate
He
goes
did make a
again.
ball change.
Ooh, look at that deep in the pocket.
Messenger's the 10, trips the 4.
Looking good.
Yeah, that should take the lead in the match, right?
Yep.
Because he was down a few pins.
And the Finnish guy is not letting Ethan breathe. If Ethan doesn't start striking soon, he could be in trouble. Juho put the strike on the 10. He's going to look to go for a double in a game of 214 to secure his lead into the third game. Beautiful, clean game for Nate on lane 13 and 14. Goes for another one. That one's the cleanest one of them all. 229 for him. Total score 404. And now Alex Nix needs to strike out for a total score of 385. That would keep him only 19 behind, but he really needs to double now in the 10th, so he doesn't want to stay too far away.
So a question with the scoring. So Alec here, if he strikes out, it'd be 204. So does that actually give him 60 more onto his total?
Yeah.
So he could reach 415.
True.
Okay.
True.
I get a little confused sometimes with the scoring, but that is not going to get the 415.
No. And that is a little bit what can happen in this kind of situation. You can be on the lead on game 1, then all of a sudden your opponent starts striking, you have a little bit of a doubtful moment, then you get to the 10th frame and you go like, oh my god, I'm in trouble.
Well, I mean, we were talking about spares, and just look at game 2 between Nate and Alec. Nate, clean game, 229. Alec, I don't know what the 6-3 and 7-2 was, but I don't see red circles. And then obviously a 9 whiff in there as well. So, cover those spares. He's looking at 2-0 if he opens here in the 10th. So strikes are for show, spares make the dough.
Ball
Ethan,
change
ball
for Ethan,
change
yeah.
out the window.
But it went too far to the right.
As much friction as there is on this pattern in the middle of the lane. If it gets going, I would say outside of about 8, 9 down the lane, you better have a lot of sauce to get it to come back from there.
Andrew looking very, very good.
Yeah, Andrew's ready to put this away.
Super steady, looking comfortable. He's got the front 3 already. So that's 109 pin lead. If Joachim manages to strike, if Joachim does not strike, that's going to be pretty much game over. Ethan tried to get the wash shot. The head pin went around the 10, so it's a game of 175 for Ethan Fury. 370 total score. So Ethan Fiore at the moment is trailing by 37. Ethan's gonna need to perform his best bowling in this last game. Juho from Finland is gonna be called as every Iceman up here. It's not only Jesper, it's a lot of Icemen up here. You know, they come that land is only penguins and mooses over there. They are fishing, and to get fish, you know, they have to open a hole in the lake because it's frozen 10 months a year. I lived up there in Mora. I don't know if you went to bowl out there. It's a little bit further up north. We spent 5 weeks at -25. And for a guy like me, coming from Barcelona, you don't want to know how many layers I had on.
Oh, I'm sure. What is the latest chat?
No, they're all.
Oh, it's just kind of all
each
mixed.
one is one of the different cameras.
Streams. Gotcha.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I see my man Gary Gold from New York. What ball is Sean using? I believe that was the Steel Forge, Motive Steel Forge. Actually, just visited Gary and a bunch of people up in New York.
That's cool.
Before we came over here.
Definitely a lot of fans, a lot of bowlers, a lot of people doing questions. Always going back to the Forge.
Back to the Forge.
Got the strike, but his body language is not giving me that much confidence as it doesn't look that confident as he was on previous matches.
Another bop for Sean. That's his second one in about
I
4
forgot.
frames.
Actually, I forgot to ask Jesper. I've seen him do that like at least 5 times during the streamings over here. It's very uncommon to see a bowler doing that so many times, getting to the foul line and grabbing the ball back, coming back. I wasn't sure if it was somebody was distracting him.
I think most of the time it was something was distracting him a little bit. Yeah, I noticed that as well, and it's pretty crazy when he balks too, because he's not stopping till the very, very end.
It's almost on the release point. It's like he's just catching with the middle finger. Like, no, you're not going away. I'm going backwards. Andrew bowling on it looks like a practice session for him, almost like a warm-up. On fire. But look at that, 17 and 18. Ethan Fiore, even if he was not looking that good with that ball on lane 17, I don't know if it's another Forge with a different layout or if it's the same one, but now that looked pretty good. Carry the 10 pin nicely. Double for him, putting some pressure back into Juho. Juho's going on lane 18. Let's see what he can do. Is he gonna stop the pressure? Yes, he does. Another Iceman, this one coming from Finland. Juho Riisanen. It's not going to be easy for Ethan to come back from that one. I don't think Juho is going to let the chance slip away through his fingers. So Ethan's going to really have to fight strong to come back. And on lanes 19 and 20, Sean Rash has a solid 40 pin lead. 1 game to go.
I would say Rash is I feel like Rash is a tough competitor in 3-game total matches. He's very good at kind of breaking the lane down a little bit, following in his own transition. Andrew is the same. I feel like both those guys, because they can be straighter players, and then they can also hook it when need be.
And that's why, guys, we are so happy that so many of the pros have been passing through the booth and giving us their perspective, their knowledge. We can see a lot of things on TV, but we cannot feel what goes on the lanes. You guys bowl so many weeks, once against the other, so you really get to know what's the best part of the game on which one of them, what aspects do they struggle with. So I appreciate you being here, buddy.
Of course,
Thank
glad
you
to be
for your
here.
time. Thank you for your time. Oh, another miss now for Nate. It looks like they inverted.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad break too, but I think there could have been a little frustration from leaving the stone 7, but you have to leave that there and make sure to do your job and cover the spare.
Now it's going to be a very important frame for Ethan Fiore on lane 18. Juho just did 9 spare, so Ethan has the chance to recover some pins on that match. Let's see what goes on. Raymond on lane 19. Raymond needs a strong performance if he wants to make it back. Nearly left the 210. Thankfully the pizza guy was around, took away the 10, only the 2 pin for spare. Now it's Alec who's got the split on 14. Looks like nobody wants to win that match. Now Ethan going for a strike on the 18, looking for the triple. And he does.
Definitely likes that lane. The last one on 17, because I believe that is just the same ball flying over here. I highly doubt he has two of the same ball.
No, makes sense.
It looked like he just got slower. That's the thing. He tried a ball change. It took off on him. Went back to it, flat 10 a couple times. Just got to be able to gear down, maybe add a little more rotation. Maybe he adds a little bit of loft, but he definitely got slower his last time on 17.
Now he's going to take another shot on lane 17, looking to put his 4th strike in a row and put some more pressure into the Finnish guy, Juho Rissanen. There goes Ethan, lane 17. The young kid, the young talent, he delivers. Is he hooking back? Yes, he gets it. Strike for Ethan Fury, 4-bagger. Now the match is getting tense. Now the match is getting on fire. Can that fire melt the ice from Finland? We have to see.
Andrew just kind of wrapping up his match. Missed the 6-10. Obviously, he could afford that in this match at least.
Probably, as you said, he felt he was 100 pins ahead at the beginning of this game. Now he had front 5. So probably he kind of relaxed a little bit himself. He allowed himself to stay a little bit less present. But Juho, 4-pin. Nice try. Joachim keeps having issues with lane 12. Sean Raj a little bit short in the pocket on lane 19.
See if Nate can bounce back.
Wonderful strike.
2 for 2 on that lane.
Nice,
Split
nice.
and then a bad break on the left lane. So.
Spare for Juho. Well done. Spare for Joachim. Joachim is quite.
Hope that 10 pin's okay.
Yeah.
Looks like Joachim hit it pretty hard.
Osku style, right?
I was crossing with him one game this morning, and he 7-10'd. And I was like, oh, this one's going to be hard. Like, he didn't make it, though. I was surprised.
Arnar took the 7-10 yesterday.
I did see that. Yeah, I made a 4.67 today. Like, barely hit the 4, and it looks like
I remember
looks like
that.
Joachim threw it down the lane.
That was fun to watch as well. Okay, Juho, lane 17. Looking to deliver. And he does.
Nice shot.
So Juho was 37 pins ahead. If Ethan strikes now, he's going to have come back 32 pins. So the match is going to be on only 5-pin difference. This is getting tighter. Raymond strike on lane 20, trying to put some pressure back into Sean. It's 40 pins between them, but now back to the action on lane 17 and 18. Ethan Fury looking for the 5th one. Can he deliver?
Oh, boy.
It slipped from hand, probably.
Yeah, I used to do that sometimes. Like, how can I drop it with 2 hands on the ball? Maybe Ethan was thinking the same thing. Good shot from Keplinger.
Andrew had a washout, but he managed to spare. So the game between Andrew and Joachim, it's game over.
Big shot here for Ray.
Ooh, solid 10 for him. We have one guy already advancing into the semi-finals, which is Andrew Anderson. Even if Joachim struck out, he couldn't reach the score that Andrew already has. So the first guy in the semi-final, playing for Jota, the local team here at Olympia, it's Andrew Anderson. We're gonna focus our attention in the other 3 matches. Some of them are struggling. It looks like both Nate and Alec are a little bit uncomfortable on 13 and 14. You don't see any of the 2 of them with that, that expression like, I'm in control, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, neither of them look like Andrew Anderson right now. But hey, they're in a tight match, so you got to just buckle down, keep your head down, and take it one shot at a time. Looks like a better shot from Ethan.
Yes.
So 10 pins up on the game, but was 37 down. So still 27 back if they both strike out. Nate Purchase definitely likes lane 14.
Yeah, 14 is looking like a match for him. Not so much on 13. Let's see what he can do on this next shot. And we have to see what goes on with Juho. He's going to take his shot on lane 18. Can he put some pressure back into Nathan? Does Juho still calm and relaxed? There he goes, walking on the lane. He delivers, he likes it, it's going good, and he nails it.
He's almost got a little bit of Stu Williams-esque
Yeah, a little bit. That's
release.
true. That,
you know, like it looks like his hand's going straight to the side, but obviously looks like he's getting
lane
around
13,
it. That's a
different
good
ball.
one. Yep.
Good.
Yeah, he's throwing 2 different balls on this in game 3.
So Nate takes the lead on the match. He's 18 pins ahead, plus he has a double, and Alec is working on starting his first strike. He's got a spare. So small lead for Nate against Alec. Let's see what Juho can do. Is he gonna deliver one more? Lane 17. Juho Rissanen missed in. And baby split. Yeah, that was not that good. And that is gonna give a lot of breath to Ethan for the next shot. Let's see if he can at least save the spare.
Yeah, I would say Andrew's switch got flipped off there maybe in the middle of this game.
That looks like he's trying some different
Yeah, he's
balls
trying
as
some
well.
other balls now too, but
Trying to get some information perhaps, but definitely the attention is a little bit gone. But I can understand that you just want to relax a little bit.
Good spare
for
conversion.
Juho, definitely very, very good spare. Juho is now with 116 on frame 5, 136 on frame 6, so 16 above par. He could go all the way up to 246, while Ethan Fury could do all the way up to 278. That would be 32 pins, so that would still be 5 pins extra for Juho. So definitely Ethan has to strike and try to put some pressure and hope that Juho does not deliver as good. Let's see what Ethan can do. It doesn't look bad. No, it was indeed very, very good. No pins on the rack. He took them all down behind, and that looked amazing. Nate, lane 14, the one he likes, and he has to like it. Another one.
I like watching Nate. He's quite emotional when he bowls.
19 and 20. We have Raymond on 19. He needs to start striking. He's 40 pins down.
And a wrap 10 the last time on this lane. Another good shot. There we go.
Very good shot over there for Raymond. Very beautiful pin action. Now putting a little bit of pressure on Sean's shoulder. Ethan stepping on lane 17. He needs another one, that's for sure.
Slow.
Ooh.
Oh. All right. Ethan's going to need a little bit of help from Juho.
Yes, indeed. And Juho is not giving away. He's taking all the spares, even spared the 310 on the previous frame. Back to 20. Let's see what Sean Rush can do. And he goes. 4 pin. Nearly tripped it, but 4 pin for them. There goes Nate.
It's pretty good. Oh. Ooh.
All right.
Out of trouble.
He will take that one. So maximum score now on this game for Ethan Fury would be 257. That means that he would need Juho to do not more than 220. Juho at the moment has 2 doubles, so if Juho doubles one more time and makes a mark, it's going to be on the 220 something, and that would let Juho go on into the semi-final. 13 and 14 is quite tight at the moment. Very,
Yeah, I
very
mean, what we
tight.
got?
Ooh, 8 and 10,
Uh-oh.
short in the pocket for you. That definitely opens the door for Ethan.
Yeah, we got a game now.
There goes Alec, lane 14, short to the pocket.
I believe Alec just took his tape off. That's probably going to do it for Alec. Let's see. 51, 71, 01.
582 maximum score for Alec if he triples on the 10, 582, and
Nate just needs
Nate
good
is
count.
already, yeah, he needs to take 7 pins. That would put him on 584. So it looks like Nate is going to join Andrew Anderson on the semi-final. Sean Rash split on lane 19 while Raymond tees as a double. Sean was leading by 40, but now the things are going to get tighter. So it looks like we have a match alive on both 17, 18, and 19 and 20.
Yuho here can still not lose, though. He can strike out for 223. He was 35 pins up?
37.
37. 223. Ethan could bowl 257,
257,
so it'd be
so
34.
Still 3 pins for him.
Yeah, so if he strikes here, then he can sit down knowing he cannot be shut out.
Ooh.
And now he can be shut out.
Nice attempt for him. Pocket shot. Just the 5-pin went in front of the 7, so he left the 7-pin standing. Now Raymond on 20, looking to get closer. Can he do it? There goes Raymond. Delivers the ball. A little bit far right. Yeah, a little bit far to the right. 2 for 10 for Raymond. Needs to get that spare. Same for Yuho. He needs to spare the 7. He does easily.
Nate doing the
just
victory
hitting
shot.
The headpin. Yeah, just hitting the headpin.
Nate the Great. I won the PBA Junior Challenge with him on TV back in 2021, I believe. And now he's out on tour, and pretty crazy to see. Raymond only getting 1 out of that split.
Yeah, feast up for Nate celebrates. He's going into the semi-final, so we have 2. Andrew Anderson in the semi-final. Nate is in the semi-final. Can Ethan Fury find his way? He delivers. Short in the pocket. Is he going to trip it? Is he going to? No, it stays over there. Now it's looking very, very tight for him. Yuho has the game on his hands.
13, still 32, so yeah, back to 5.
Okay, if Ethan spares and then makes a triple, it's gonna make 615.
Another 210 for Ray.
Actually, it's tighter than I thought on 17 and 18.
Yeah, it'd be 5 pins.
It's only 5 pins at the moment, so if Ethan doubles, he's gonna force Yuho to double.
Yeah, pretty much Yuho will have to do whatever Ethan does in the 10th.
And Ethan on lane 17 had a couple of soft 10s, so he's not the lane he has been dominating. So anything can happen.
Taking a re-rack here on 17, probably just to gather his emotions a little bit, slow that heart rate down just a little bit, and get ready to step up and make a good shot.
There goes Sean Rush, gets the strike. It looks like we're gonna have 3 American bowlers on the final already. Is it gonna be a 4th one? Time to check. Lane 17, Ethan Fury, the young kid. Steps up, releases. He likes it, and another 10-pin.
Still needs to cover the spare. Definitely not a guarantee. Yuho goes 9 out for 191. Ethan Fjord 234. Yeah, so.
Would be enough. That would be 43. But now it depends on Yuho not doing the mark. Rush.
Sean posting it. Oh, a little too much post.
Yeah.
Wow.
Opening the door again for Raymond. Raymond needs to do a lot, but it's not over yet. 90 pins more there for Raymond is.
I think Sean's making this, though. I did see in the comments, Sean's killing the split pickups. He is a very good split shooter. Come on, Sean. Let me down. This shot, not too important for Ethan here. He knows he left the door open. 231. Oh. 601.
Yeah, 601. That means Juho just needs to make a mark. If he does, he's going to be on the final. Is he going to be the only European left alive? We see Raymond going.
Raymond is pretty much in a must-strike situation throughout the rest of the game and going to need a decent amount of help from Sean.
Okay, good to know. Juho is not a PBA member, so even if he wins the title, it would not be a PBA title. He would just win the Storm Lucky Larsen's Master 2025.
Mark to make the semifinal.
Looking good. He likes it. You know, deep in the head pin. 3-6. Make sure you don't chop it. He needs the spare.
Yeah. Yep, because 189, if he was to get 2, yeah, that'd be 42 pin loss. Ethan would win by 5. Yep. That's a tough spare to shoot, especially with the sleeper behind it.
Yeah.
Because you get that ball going outside of 7. Oh, yeah, I would not want to be shooting that spare.
Raymond nails it.
Good answer, Ray.
All right, now lane 18, Juho. Not an easy spare. I couldn't see on TV. It was the 9 pin on the back. Now, would you go straight? Would you go with a tough decision, especially?
I mean, I shot it a few times this week. I still have to hook at it. Some people can kind of throw their spare ball with just a slight bit of backup, hard and straight, but to make the show.
He's hooking it.
He's
hooking it. Ooh! So tight. He gets it. That was so close to a chop.
So he still needs
3.
30. Oh, yeah.
4. 5.
5.
5.
Needs 5 to make.
3,
we'll get
4,
there, folks.
5. I'm gonna get sooner or later. Imagine he gets 4. We have seen a lot of 3s this week. We have seen quite a few 4s.
I would hope the spare ball is coming out for this shot from Juho.
He should do that.
Sean, I believe if he just kind of stays clean. Yeah.
If he makes spare and strike, he's going to go all the way up to 587. That would leave no room for Richard Tees. He can only go as far as 585. Let's see what Juho does. Oh, he hooks
He's
it.
hooking it. That's
brave.
Yep.
That's brave.
See the.
And he makes it into the final. Fist there. Very close.
Wow. Nice
5
Juho.
5 pin, eh? Well done for Juho. Rissanen from Finland. And now Sean looking to close the door for Raymond Tees. Let's see what Sean can do. Last 2 frames in this lane was split.
Posted it again. Oh,
Ooh.
We got away with it.
That was so close to a total disaster.
Ooh, that could have been 3 splits in a row to finish on that lane.
Well, he needs
He's getting up there pretty quick to shoot this.
spare a 9. It's enough for him. And he gets it. Just need 9 pin now. Last 3 shots on this lane. Deep in the head pin. 7, 6, and 8. What is he gonna do? What would you do?
I mean, needing 9, you still have to just try and make a better shot because, I mean, he's already gotten 6, 7, and 8 trying to make a good shot. You know, throwing the spare ball down the middle, needing 9, that's a tough ask there. So
Last time I was in this situation a couple of winters ago, I was doing the same. I moved a little bit left, then I did not hit the pocket and got 6, and I missed that last cut. So
9 to
let's
make
see.
the show for Sean. That's
And
enough.
he gets 9, exactly what he needed, slow motion. So we have our semifinals set. We have Sean Rash from the United States. We have Juho Rissanen from Finland. We have Nate Purchase, also United States. And finally, Andrew Anderson, the one who made it quicker and easier. It's going to be a very interesting semi-final. From now on, we're going to have even bigger TV coverage. We're going to have the real professionals of the TV coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure. Kyle, amazing to have you here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your expertise. Congratulations on your wedding. I wish you the best. I wish you a happy life. Wonderful season in the tour. And I'll see you pretty soon. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you very much.
Come to the center like 10, 11, and we will have some photos. And the semifinal number 1 will be from the States, Nate Purchase against Conrad. That's the semifinal number 1. We're aiming for like 7:30. And the semifinal number 2 from Finland, Juho Rissanen. And he will play the home crowd favorite, Utah, Michigan, USA, Andrew Anderson.